Why play Orianna Mid? Well, she brings a ton of AoE damage, she is a late game beast, she brings a lot of utility with shields, knock-ups and speed-ups, and her ability to engage or disengage simply wins games. However, she does need time to scale, and being skill shot reliant means that mobility can be hard to play against. Orianna's passive, firstly, is that her auto attacks deal additional magic damage. This damage is increased for each attack against the same target. Her other passive is that all spells used will happen at the location of her ball. Orianna's Q moves the ball from where it currently is. This will damage all enemies it passes through, but will deal slightly reduced damage for each additional target hit. Orianna's W makes the ball emit an electronic pulse around it, which leaves an area on the floor for 3 seconds. If an enemy is hit by this initial pulse, they'll take damage and be slowed. Otherwise, allies passing through this area will be sped up, and enemies passing through it will be slowed down. Orianna's E has a passive where the ball will give increased armor and magic resistance to whoever it's attached to. The active makes her ball fly to herself or an allied champion, giving them a shield. In addition, as the ball is traveling to its target, it will damage all enemies it passes through. Orianna's ultimate is an absolute game changer. It draws all enemies near the ball in a set distance towards the ball and deals a large amount of AoE damage. A good way to use this ultimate is to put the ball on an allied champion who's about to engage, and when they're on top of the enemy team, use your ultimate to devastate them. Your standard poke combo will be to throw your Q slightly behind the enemy, use W when it lands, and then E to bring the ball back to yourself, damaging them again. For Masteries take this, it's everything you need. For build orders, start Ring Pots or Corrupting Potion if you need the sustain. Get a tier when you can and then build this into tier 2 boots, Ludens and Archangels. Follow this up by getting your Hat, Zhonya's and Void Staff. Also, any of these items can be good situationally. For skill order, start Q then W then E, before maxing Q then W then E, taking ult whenever you can. For summoners, take Flash and Ignite, Barrier is a good defensive option, and Teleport's a good team option. During the lane phase, you're looking to get out of it safely into the mid game, and a good way to do that is by getting effective trades off. Starting with an auto attack before using your QW into another auto attack is amazing poke. If you're able to do this a couple of times, you'll often be able to get lane control over your opponent, and the longer the trade lasts, the more value you get from your passive and the more times you can use Q. Other than effective trades, at this point in the game, just keep farming to your mid game. However, if you're ever able to coordinate a gank with your jungler after you hit 6, there's very few champions that can survive your combo with Shockwave to bring them back, on top of all the damage the jungler's going to bring. Entering the mid game, you want to keep pushing out your lane and roaming for objectives. Your objective control of being able to leave your ball in a jungle entrance can be very frustrating for the opposing team to deal with. This, combined with your ability to fast push lanes, will often give you priority on neutral objectives, and this priority will either get you an objective or force the opposing team to have to contest your dragon or your herald. In addition, look for picks. Your ability to speed up your engaged champions, slow down the enemy, as well as deal a huge amount of damage makes you a beast in this role. Entering team fights, you usually want to put your ball on your team's engage. This will allow you to cast all your spells from their position and keep yourself in relative safety. From here, you can use your ultimate straight away to pull multiple targets in before using Q and W for amazing AoE damage, or you can hold on to your ultimate for a better opportunity to stop enemies from running away, or get more in the ultimate. At this point in the game, your damage will be very high and your cooldowns very low, so staying safe means your damage output will win the fight.